going on, everybody? We are live. Pretty sure the story I just posted, however, didn't have the link in it like it was supposed to. So I gotta repost that real quick. Oops. Do the countdown. Put it over top of the old one. Get the YouTube address in there. Okay. Okay. I think I did it right that time. What up? Welcome. Sorry, I'm on my phone real quick. I think I posted a story and didn't post the proper link. So I'm just... Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's delete that other one. Delete. Fixed it. Sweet. All fixed. What up, Jenica? Welcome. There we go. Tonight, we are writing quotes. I posted, as you guys would have seen, earlier, yesterday, I guess, I posted for people to give me their favorite quotes, and I got a lot of quotes. There were a ton of people submitted quotes. So today I'm going to pick, not my favorites, I'm just going to go through randomly for people that submitted a whole bunch. I'm going to do sort of one from every person, and then if there's still pages in the book, we'll do more from people. The big question before we get started. So this is the book that we're going to be writing. I guess it makes a lot more sense if I put it on this camera. This is where I'm going to be writing the quotes today, in this landscape journal. This is a journal that Antiquaria Bailey and I had manufactured a number of years ago for practice. I ended up, right after we finished making them, I packed up and I was moving and things were chaotic, and I haven't been using them nearly as much as I should. So I'm going to start trying to use them more now, and starting that off with this live. The reason that I wanted to have these made was so that I could put my writing in them, and unlike loose leaf sheets of paper, what I put in these books stays and is like permanently in this book. So whatever ends up in there, mistakes, nib splatters, all that kind of stuff just stays in the book. So then the book sort of is a much better depiction of my level of writing at the time of writing than random loose leaf sheets of paper, because they're really easy to filter through and pick your favorites and things like that. This is sort of all mistakes, everything. So that's the plan today, is to do all the quotes in a bound, in an actual book. So if I mess up, I apologize. If I mess up one of the signatures that you submitted, or if it doesn't look as pretty as it possibly could have, but that is sort of the point of this little session. Now my question for you guys, before we get to writing, I have one of these journals in the light blue color, I have a black and gold, and then I have a navy. Now it doesn't really matter, they're all the exact same, but I want to know which one you guys think I should write in today. I'm going to fill one of these three, either the black, the blue, or the light blue. And I'm curious what you guys, what your opinion is. Manfred says navy blue. All right, we have one vote for navy blue. Someone says light blue. We have... Hope says dark blue. All right, we got two for dark blue so far. Dark blue is in the lead. Oh no, now we have two for light blue as well. We need a tiebreaker. Light blue, dark blue, light blue. Oh, and we have three for navy blue. And 3 for light blue. Are you guys doing this to me on purpose? Alright, 3 navy, 3 light blue. So I guess asking you guys which one I should write in has not really helped me narrow it down all that much. I wonder. Well, I'm gonna go. I apologize for everybody who voted for light blue. I like the light blue one, but I'm gonna write in a navy blue one today. All right, so we have our navy blue book, and then I'm going to be using. I have just a guide sheet that's printed landscape instead of my normal. Oh, there we go. Courtney voted navy, so Courtney's the tiebreaker. The 5th vote. Unless somebody else comes in and votes light blue. I gotta be honest, this is a little more nerve-wracking than writing just on my my plain light paper, because this, like I said, is in a book, and it is permanent. It's in this book. I mean, I could always rip the pages out if I really wanted to put something in a scrapbook, but that's not the point. I want it to stay as a book. Master penman Harvest Crittenden has a book that's to these dimensions. It's the book that this was modeled off of, made by Fielding Schofield. He was an incredible penman. You can look him up on the internet. But he had multiple, I think. I don't remember if the one she has says Volume 1, Volume 2, but it essentially looks just like a book of practice, except they're extremely nice pieces. And he could have potentially done them loose leaf and had it bound, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was just a book, essentially, exactly like this, that he wrote in, did all this practice in, and then it got kept. And I really like that idea of having something that exists. And not everything's perfect. Some of the things are perfect in it because those penmen were incredible, but not everything was perfect, which I think is really cool. And then also, for me, it also trains me to write under pressure a little bit more. The stakes are ever so slightly higher when you're writing in something bound than in something unbound, because you can't just cast it off and try again or go to another place on the page. If it's going to be in a book, you got to try to do it as good as you can. So it's good training for me. It's sort of like when I'm foiling. If I have to foil on a really nice leather item, then you can't practice. So you got to work or be good at working under pressure and getting it done. Okay, now quotes. Well, here's printouts of all the quotes that people submitted. There was a ton. So basically, I'm just going to kind of go through here at random. Where can you get these books? So I sell these books on my Etsy page, and they are also sold at Paper Ink Arts. Also stocks them, I believe, if they still have them. I'm pretty sure they do. Paper Ink Arts, Antiquaria Design sells them as well. They do online, and they have a shop in Denver or in Colorado where they sell them as well. So there's multiple places, from me, from Bailey, or from Paper Ink Arts, you can get them. They are, I believe, 48 pages, which means we're going to be ending up doing a lot of quotes today. I'm going to try to not focus too hard on the formatting and whatnot, because that's just really time consuming. I just kind of want to turn the page and write. How long did it take to foil one? Oh, so this, I didn't hand foil this. This is not like the leather pieces I do. This is the same foil, but this was done with a brass die, because we had hundreds of these manufactured. So I did the design, I did it in pencil, and then I digitized it in Illustrator. We had a brass die cut out of it, and so this is my design, but not my hand foiling. This would take a very long time to foil. I would like to hand foil a one-off piece that's detailed like this one day, but I have not as of yet. Okay, piece of paper out of the way. So, pressure. I figure we should start by, I should make like a title maybe. What's a good title? Late Night Live. Quotes? Sure. And we're going to call this Volume 1, because maybe we'll do this again sometime. Oh, I need a little piece of paper to use as a... Okay, Late Night Live Volume, or Late Night Live Quotes, Volume 1. Quote session, I like that. Late Night Live Quote session. Okay. Oh, pressure's on. I just realized if I make spelling mistakes today, it's going to be very apparent. That's unfortunate. Because we all know how good at spelling I am. Oh, I'm a little off center here. Whoopsies. Late Night Live. Yeah, we're gonna have to be very careful with spelling. I'll be very on the ball with it today. Quote session. Shouldn't have done that ending stroke. I don't do that one very good. Oh, I guess I should maybe put the date. What is today? August 11th, 2020. We'll just do that. Should it go in the middle or off to the side? I'm going to decide that later. Okay, there's our first Late Night Live quote session. Done. Now, the one issue... Courtney says size, side. Oja says below session. Colby says howdy. Howdy, Colby. Oh, here, let's put the date in. I won't procrastinate. Let's just do it. Get her done. We'll just do do it nice and small. 08-11-22. I'm actually going to do this slow writing so I don't mess it up. 08 dash. $2020. Here we go. Late Night Live quote session, August 11th, 2020. Oh no, have fun back at work. Oh, I forgot the volume 1. Duh. Oh well. Where can that go? I guess that could go here. VOL1. I need to think about that. Over here, you think? Or over here? In the session's ending stroke. It could go there, true. Courtney says left decision. I think it should probably go in the name of balance right here. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do it in all lowercase letters. VOL1. It's really weird doing the spacing askew like this. Small caps? No, I'm gonna do it in lowercase letters. I did them in really big lowercase letters. Oops. Volume 1. There we go. Now, one issue we run into is now this ink is super wet. So we have to turn the page to do the first quote, but it's wet. So I'm going to I'm testing something that I've never done before in a live or in my studio. I'm going to use a heat gun to dry the ink every page. Now, when you use a heat gun, it inevitably, when you're using thin paper like this, it's going to warp the paper a little bit. And I'm fine with that, because as the books lie flat for a long time, they'll probably flatten out, or they could probably be ironed out. So what I'm going to do is this is a piece of, it's a tile. I don't know what kind of, I don't know what it is. It's what I use when I burn. I don't use it for foiling, but when I burn leather, this is what I use, just because it keeps the leather underneath cool, so it stops the sort of stretching too much. I'm going to put this underneath, and its purpose is to stop the heat from the heat gun warping the rest of the book, because that's one issue that I don't want to run into. I don't mind if it warps the page we've already written on, but I don't want it to warp all the lower pages, because then they're going to get harder to write on. So we're figuring this out today. This may or may not work. I literally bought a heat gun yesterday. I've used them on site before for calligraphy jobs, but I've never owned one. And this is just a chill. That's a silly choice of words when I'm using a heat gun. Hopefully I don't burn myself. We're just going to go on a low setting and see how long this takes to dry. I've talked so much that some of this ink is already drying. And ink never looks quite as good when you force dry it, like when you blow on it to dry or use a heat gun like this. Drying slow is always yields the best result. Hopefully this isn't too loud in the microphone. If it is, I apologize. Oh yeah, paper's warping. How close can I get? I don't have a lot of experience. If I get closer, oh, that dries really quick when I get close. I mean, if the paper's gonna warp anyways, I may as well go close. As long as I don't get so close that I burn the paper. Okay. That didn't seem to take too long. I did not burn myself. Put that there. Sweet. No, with a heat gun, like you could use a blow dryer as well, but blow dryers blow a lot more air than a heat gun. A heat gun has less air pressure, less air flow, and just more heat. So it gets really hot, and you can see. Well, I don't know if you can see. Get this out of the way, and maybe you'll be able to see a little bit. The paper does have a bit of a wave to it now. You can see on the edge we have ever so slight little warp in the paper. But as of right now, I don't know any other way to do that. Ink is dry, so we can turn the page. Oh yeah, you can totally see on this side. What I might do after is try to iron the whole thing and see if that flattens it back out again. I could have an iron right here and do it all at once, but maybe that's too many hot electronics right by my computer and camera and everything. Question number 2 I have for you guys. Should the next page have the first quote, or should I skip a page? What do you think? Or we should just get right into it. We're going to go right into the first quote. I can't believe this is late night live session number 9 already. Hard to believe I've been doing this for over 2 months now. Shocking. Okay, quote number 1. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. I like that. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. I'm not going to put, like I said, a whole lot of thought or worry into formatting, like extra capital letters. I might do every second line, depending on what kind of spacing. Let the beauty of what you love. The beauty of what you love be what you do? Sure. We'll see how it goes. Oh, am I fully off the... Am I in frame here? Let the beauty of what you love. I could move the camera a little bit to the side. I realize this is going to take a long time. be what you do. I'm not a huge fan of this spacing. I need an extra line on this guide sheet. Oops. I realize this is much bigger Spencerian than I normally do. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. I am going to move the camera just ever so slightly for you guys. That should be a decent spot for it, so that I don't have to be way too far zoomed away. Getting hot in here already. All right, heat gun. Oh, putting this tile in here. I need to get a better solution for this. I wonder if just like even a sheet of like folio plastic or something would do the same. I don't know that I have to use an actual tile every time. Maybe? I don't know. We're gonna go really close this time and see how long it takes. Baking the ink to the page. Dry. It'd be really cool if someone could invent a super fast drying ink. I know they have that for fountain pens. Oh, I should try that. They have, I know Noodlers makes, what is it? Bernanke Blue? That line of inks dries super fast. It's for left-handers, so they don't smear. It dries basically the instant it comes out of the pen. So if they can do that with fountain pen inks, I wonder if we could just thicken that up a little bit and then have an ink that dries super fast for calligraphy. That would be dope. Something to look into if one of you guys beats me to it. Zoom out ever so slightly for you. Next we have you complete yourself, no one else does. Alright. Is there a comma in there? You complete yourself, comma, no one else does? Or you complete yourself, next line, no one else does. That's what we're gonna do. Welcome, new people. If you missed the beginning, we're doing quotes today. I had a whole bunch of quotes submitted on Instagram, and we are writing them all in a bound book. How does it start? Don't mess up other people's quotes, Mike. You complete yourself. Okay. complete yourself. Don't. Okay, good. I get nervous about my spelling already. You complete yourself. There we go. No dash one or N. Yeah, no dash one. Is that how that? They wrote it no dash one, so I should do it the way they wrote it. Am I gonna? I thought about that. I want to, but I got really nervous that because some of the quotes that people submitted posted who originally wrote them, like Maya Angelou or like the famous known quotes. But I got nervous then because I know a lot of quotes that people use are misquoted a lot of the time. So right now I'm not going to be writing who wrote each one. What I figure I might do in pencil, just for fun, I might go through and write just in pencil in the bottom corner. If I'll Google and see if this quotes have an origin, but then also the Instagram account that suggested them just for fun. But I don't think I'm going to put them as part of the quote. I would like to, but I forgot to make that like a rule or a something when people submitted quotes. So some have them, some don't have them, and I didn't have time to go through all of them and figure out like some of the famous ones that don't have the person who said them. No space one. Okay. Cool. I will also, like, as you can see, this book is long, right? So when I turn the page, it's landscape. I'm working it slightly more angled than I normally would. Wait, what it would be to get this out of? I think originally, how was it? It was in the way, and I had to move the paper. It's not a perfect angle for what I would like it to be. And I'm a little bit unhappy that I don't have a guide sheet with 3/8 of an inch lines. That would have been smarter. Better for this type of spacing. Yeah, this one's Suvix. Don't worry about your terrible English. Both are correct. I just don't know which one I want to use. I think I'm going to take out the dash, though, and just do no space one. No one else does. Oh, fiber. Worst time for a fiber. But that's what happens when you write in a book. How it is how it stays. There we go. You complete yourself, no one else does. Go. Get our tile. Wish there was some way I could make this not bubble up, but I don't think it's possible. Oh, I could add punctuation. I should add punctuation. There should be a comma after yourself, I guess. And a period at the end. And quotation marks. Ooh, that gets hot on the hand. I could add quotes too. I'll do that on the next one. I'll do this one. I'll do it on this one later. I can go back and add it. Okay. I should be marking which ones of these we've done. We've done one from Pretty Sweet. We did Suvix. Alright. This is going to take a long time. True, I guess if the whole book is quotes, we don't really need the quotations. Oh, and tell you what I'm actually going to also do, just in the interest of saving my own sanity. I'm gonna write a line on this one. Halfway. There we go. That's not very dark, but I should at least be able to see it. So I don't have to readjust the paper every time. Okay, next. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Secretly, a lot of people didn't add punctuation when they submitted their quotes, and I'm really scared of doing that stuff wrong, because I know how I add them where I add commas and stuff, but I'm almost certain that I don't do it right all the time. I have, like, my way of doing it, and it's probably wrong, but it's the way I've always done it, and if it's wrong, I don't really care because it's the way I like doing it. But for quotes and stuff, I might do things wrong. I also add commas way too often. Commas and ellipses and all those things. Oh, true. There was. Yeah, but some of these were pretty long. I think some people just didn't add punctuation, which is fine. That's not a rule. Believe you can, comma, and you're halfway there. I know that because the and is optional, but I'm going to put a comma there. Or should I? Believe you can, and you're halfway there. How to format that one? Believe you can. I kind of want to go believe you can, comma, and your next line, capital H, halfway there. I think that's how I want to do it. We're going to pretend there's no right or wrong way to do this today. Yeah, that's true. If the quotes get long. Let's make this a fancy bee, shall we? And no, yeah. Sorry. What's going on, Fozzie? No glasses. I didn't like the reflection. Halfway there. Note to self, when you're gonna do work in a book, warm up first. I just realized I totally didn't warm up today. I just dove straight in. My hand is not feeling very savvy today. And it shows in my ascenders a lot. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. No hat, shaved face. Yo, you guys remember, what was it, like the first week of July? It was covered by my glasses, but I had this, like a weird pimple thing under my eye. So it completely went away, but the red is not going away. Like there's nothing there. It's just regular skin, but there's a red dot, and I think it's permanent. What is happening to skin? My skin is not fixing itself. What is up with that? I disapprove. Okay, heat gun. Don't use this tile. I am almost certain that the rest of the book will get wobbly, and we don't want that. So I'm going to keep using this tile. I mean, maybe it's not really doing anything, but part of me feels like it is. Battle wound, right? I took an arrow from my enemy's longbow right under the eye. What is this, quote number 3? This is gonna take forever. The question is, if we hit midnight, do I write in blacklight in this book? Is that a thing? I don't even know if I can do that. I haven't ever written on this paper with blacklight before. Is it 48 pages? I think. Which means I have to write. Oh gosh. What have I signed myself up for here? This might be a multi-night adventure. Tis but a scratch. I finished listening to, for not the first time, Ready Player One today, and they have Monty Python references in there. Is that fully dry? Yeah. I need to rewatch some Monty Python one of these days. Tis but a flesh wound. Yep. Yeah, like, I don't know. I didn't really realize how long it was going to take me to do all of these. Will the glow... I don't know if the glow light ink will show. It should. I'll do a test in another book, I think, before I do it. If we get there. I'm a little tired today, so I might not make it all the way to midnight today. This is one of my favorite quotes submitted by Quill on Paper. One of my favorites that was submitted this week. Broken crayons still color. And this person must be Canadian because they spelled color C-O-L-O-U-R. Or Canadian, or is that how they also spell it in Britain? I know America is just C-O-L-O-R. These are some of the things I've been getting used to since moving back to Canada. Broken crayons still color. Broken crayons still color. Broken crayons still color. Decisions. British English, okay. Broken crayons still color. I think is how I'm going to do this one. Nice and short and sweet. I need my hand to start warming up. Let's not get too fancy. For our own good. I'm going to start dipping a little bit slower so my ink swells aren't quite as big. Whoa, I forgot to shade the Y. That's weird, that doesn't happen very often. Don't trust myself to shade that one. British English. Broken crayons don't colour. Why not warm up now? This is true, I could warm up now. No contacts, I just can't see what I'm doing. No, I'm wearing contacts today. I used to wear contacts every day, all day. When I was dancing full-time professionally. It was the only way I could work on jobs. But I don't wear them as often anymore. Broken crayons, still color. Right on. Thank you very much. I like not wearing glasses. I gotta source a new, I don't know, brand, a new kind of contact. Because the contacts I used to wear, one day, a number of years ago, they just stopped being comfortable for long durations. I used to be able to wear them all the time. And then I believe they changed the plastic that they use in their manufacturing process. And something changed. And now I can only get like a good 4 or 5 hours usually before they just don't feel clean. They don't like hurt or anything. They feel like they stop focusing. What ink am I using? Today I'm using McCaffrey's Penman's Black, but a very old jar of it. So it doesn't seem to act like McCaffrey's Black should. I have a new big jar on the way that Neil McCaffrey just mailed to me just today, I think. Maybe yesterday he sent it. Super excited to get some fresh black ink. Okay. Broken crayon, still color. Next we have the Calico says, when life gives you lemon, just add some tequila. Boom. Okay, I need to warm up. I don't want to take the time to do a full-on warm-up though, but might just not be a good writing night, who knows? Sometimes the muscles just don't want to cooperate. When life gives you lemons, comma, next line, just add some tequila. And I may capitalize the T on tequila as well. We'll see. My eyebrow is really... I'm not used to seeing my eyes this noticeable. My eyebrow movements because of my glasses. Sorry. When life gives you lemons. life give you lemons, just add some tequila. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep the J lowercase. Should have used an ending D there instead of the same D twice. That's okay. When life gives you lemons, just add some tequila. Boom. A little bit too much of a space before tequila, but that's okay. I had to make chocolate cake while watching. Wow, lemon cake, lemon cookies, lemon meringue pie. You guys are going in. You guys all sound very hungry. In my meal prep, what was it, last week or the week before that, I added lemon zest to a recipe for the first time ever. I didn't really know, well, still don't really know the proper way to zest a lemon. I'm hoping that putting it through the finest side of my cheese grater is good enough to properly zest a lemon. I need to get some sun? Am I not tan enough? Am I too... Why do I have... What do you mean? I've got a fair bit of sun, actually, the past couple weeks. I've been outside quite a bit. Ow! Burning my fingers. Come on, last little bit of ink. Dry. I can't tell if it's not dry or if it's just, like, slightly shimmery. Oh, that's dry. Okay. We got a long way to go. Or a microplane. Okay, I don't have a microplane. Well, I use, you know, there's the size of the side of the cheese grater that has, like, there's the one that has the regular, like what you use to grate cheese. But then there's the other one that just have, like, little holes, and they're just, like, round barbs coming out. And I did that a whole bunch because I thought that was the side you're supposed to use for zesting. But it ended up just making, like, I had to zest a lemon for the sauce, and then I had to zest 2 oranges for the chicken I was cooking. A whole bunch of zest. But it just made a mush. So then I ended up just going through to the smallest cheese grater side instead of the side I thought was supposed to be for zesting. Because it didn't make zest, it just made mush. I had lemon. I was about to say shell, not shell. Lemon peel mush. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited that I've entered the world of lemon zesting. I'm gonna start getting more experimental and creative with my meal preps. I like meal prepping. I don't like cooking every day. So I like making all my meals for the week once at one time. When life gives you lemons, just add some tequila. Yeah. Okay. Next we have, if you want to change the world, comma, pick up the pen and write. I like that. If you want to change the world, comma, next line, capital, pick up the pen and write, all one line, or pick up the pen, next line, and write. Decisions. Is my light too bright today? I can dim it. I don't want to, I'm not tan per se, but I'm not super like glowy. I have been outside a lot more recently than in days past. But here, let me see if I can. Maybe my phone camera is just, or the screen I think is just dim. So to me it looks dim, but I think my stream it's really bright. And I have this light is normally not quite as much on my face. Normally it's over there. But I wanted to, ooh, does that look better? Or is that? I can't decide. Lighting is a whole crazy. Oh, and I've done it. Shoot, that happened last time I messed with this. 2 seconds. Yep, I broke it. That happened last time I did that too. I lost my camera. Blame Fozzie. Whoa, now it's super crazy bright. Blame Fozzie. Blame Fozzie for everything. That is madness bright. Like, what is going on? How's that? I think that should work. Yeah, that's good. Now I look tan. Sorry about that slight technical difficulty. Ooh, pick up the capital pen and capital write. I like that. Okay. If you want to change the world, pick up the pen and write. Yeah, why not? We'll do the P and the W. P and dub. Alright. What is the beginning? If you want to change the world. Sounds like it should be a song lyric. Probably is. Change the world. Oh yeah, that's Michael Jackson. I mean, he doesn't have an if you want in the front of it, but. Okay. Starting it off with an eye. How fancy do we want to get with this eye? It has to balance a capital P and a capital W. So relatively fancy. Oh, why is my hand getting sweaty? Stop it. Oh, first nip snap of the day. Darn it. And it stays there. Shoot. Oh, that's frustrating. I'm going to try to follow that same... Oh, I can't follow that same line. I'll hit that same little... I've made a divot in the paper there. my nib good? Oh, you guys are saying W should be... No, I'm going to leave W not capitalized for world. That was a lot longer than I'm writing a lot bigger than I'm used to. Pick up the pen. I think I gotta take a look at this nib after this. I might have messed it up. There. If you want to change the world, pick up the pen and write. I'm adding way too much space after or before my capital stems by accident. Ooh, I could mix in SignWriter script for special words, I suppose. I wasn't really planning to. I didn't really think about that. But I suppose I could. I think in my brain I wasn't going to make anything crazy fancy. Just for the interest of time. Alright, so there's nib snap number 1. How many nib snaps do you guys think we'll have through the course of this book? What's your guess? Honestly, sometimes I wish I could snap on purpose. I've been trying to design for a t-shirt. I want to make the shirt Snaps Happen. Um, and I'm trying to snap on purpose to get some good splatters. I want them to look like proper nib splatters and not just paint splatters. But I don't have the ability to snap on purpose. Ow, 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 burning my hand. I can't hold the corners down. Oh well, corners are just gonna curl up, I guess. In a perfect world, each one of these quotes would have adequate drying time. That is the one, I guess, downside of this technique, using this book this way. I suppose I could also use a blotter sheet. But I do think I need to try to find an ink that dries quicker for this. But this will work for today. Yes, the ending D. Normally, they say you're not supposed to shade the lowercase d, the regular one, because the stem has a shade. I usually shade it anyways. Mataraz did a fair bit as well. I think not so much intentionally as I think it's almost a habit. It's habit for me to shade that stroke pretty much every time. But in the ending D, because there's no shade in the ascender, it looks so good when it just has that slight little shade. Question, why are you heat drying the letters today? So because I'm writing in a book instead of on regular blank sheets of paper like normal, I'm writing in an actual bound book today. There's a lot of wet ink on the page, and I can't turn the page to write on the next one when the ink is wet, so I have to dry it. So I'm using a heat gun, something I've never used in my practice, or I've used them on jobs before, but never really like this for rapid going from page to page. So we're testing it out today to see if we like it or not. All right, what do we got next? TDB 107, Mamed says, the hand cannot conceive what the mind does not perceive. That's a good one. That's a C.P. Zahner quote. What do I want? The hand cannot conceive what the mind does not perceive. So we're just going to capitalize the T and the W on what, I think. And no commas, just straight through. 2 lines. I think. I really would like my writing to start being a little bit better today. I need to relax, that is the issue. Relax, Mike. Take a sip of water. Chill out. How's the music vibe today? What are you guys feeling? Do you want to change it up to jazz or classical or hip hop? This is what are we listening to today? Today's pop. You guys let me know if you guys are in a specific mood. But if this one is good, then we're good. We'll just leave it. I need to remember to breathe and relax. Okay. Here we go. The hand cannot conceive. Pro tip, and you don't have to do this, it's something I just usually do a lot of the times. When I write the word the or any, like thank you, any THs where the T is capitalized, the the way I do my capital T crosses, they come down really quickly after I go over the stem. And ideally, it's nice to go either through or to dodge the H. But I don't always do them exactly super accurate. So when I write words like the or thank you or things like that, I will do the H second. And then do the crossover so that I know I can totally either dodge or cross right through. Conceive. What is going on with my hand? That is the worst letter spacing ever. Wait, that looks like garbage. Sorry, you guys. What is going on there? I'm very, very inconsistent today. You have my apologies. Yikes. Thank you very much, Sheenavart. I had tea, but tea doesn't affect me. It's just, just not feeling like a stellar writing day for some reason. I had a really good writing day yesterday. I sat down for a bit and was doodling, and it was quite nice. I keep wanting to turn the pages without drying them first. But today, at least not so far anyways, things have not been coming together super nice. Go make some friends. Get your caffeine on. I did have a long physical therapy appointment today on my shoulder where they stuck needles. We did some intermuscular therapy, some IMS, where they stick needles into my arm and then stimulate my muscles by electrifying the muscles or the needles, I guess. I did have that today, earlier, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but maybe that's part of it. Change my camera a little bit and change my writing angle and see if I can't fix it a little bit for that. Writing on video always seems to be a bit of a different ball game than writing when nobody's watching. And I genuinely don't think it has anything to do with the pressure, because writing in front of people isn't something that stresses me out or anything like that. Okay. What do we got next? Acupuncture. It's a kind of acupuncture. IMS, it's called. C.P. Zahner, Antiquaria Bailey, the co-creator of these journals, right here. She asked me to do one of her favorite quotes, "Bloom where you're planted." So I'm going to do that one in one nice, clean line. Bloom where you're planted. She did a really dope piece of that a number of years ago. Bloom where you're planted. We'll drop down a line and do it right here. Nice and clean. What bee do I want to use? Since it's Bailey's, do I want to try to use the Bailey bee? I haven't done this bee in a long time. See how it goes. I call this bee the Bailey bee because it was sort of created when designing a signature for her blotter to balance out an exit stroke that I really like. But I don't write it very often. That'll work. It's supposed to have one extra loop in there, but I forgot. And now it's too late. bloom where you're planted. I want to add a little more. My entry on my L disappeared. There we go. Thank you very much, Isabel. Figured I'd add a tiny little flourish off of that Y descender since it's just one line. Something to just add a little something to it. Uh-oh. Does anybody know, is it better if I go close or far away? I can't decide. I don't know. Oh, that one dried really quick. Sweet. I guess those shades weren't that big. Okay. Bloom where you're planted. Next. Next we add, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. All right. I'm gonna go, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. And we're just gonna do the T and the L. I won't do enemy capitalized. I could, but we're not gonna get, that's too fancy. Okay. The best revenge is not to be. Revenge. Like your enemy. best revenge is not to be like your enemy. All right. The spacing is just no bueno today. I'm writing in a bound book, so it's proof of a bad writing night. Oops. Whoa. Whoopsie. How far are we? Are we halfway through here yet? There's a lot of pages in this book. I don't think I thought this through. Okay. Next up we have Journey of 1,000 Miles begins with a single step. That's a good one. I like that quote. I don't remember who that's originally by. Do you guys know? Is the full quote a journey? Business cursive is growing on me. That's good. Get good business. The better your business cursive is, the better your you won't make the mistakes that I'm making tonight. If you train business cursive. I want to look this quote up because I feel like, doesn't it start with an ah sometimes? Look it up, look it up, look it up, look it up. Journey of 1,000 miles begins search. What does the internet say? Some say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Some say the journey of 1,000 miles. Which one's right? Lao Tzu, or the? I'm seeing, I'm gonna say We're gonna start it with an just because we've done lots of T's so far today. A journey, yeah. Cool. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. What do you guys think? I could put obviously, capitalized, and maybe all lowercase letters until capital single and capital step. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Maybe we'll do that. Make a capital A and a capital J. I could do a capital A and a capital J, I suppose. Courtney says journey and single step. Not I feel like the has to be capital because the little lowercase a is going to look out of place in the beginning. But I like journey, single, and step. A journey of 1,000 miles. Next line begins with a capital single, capital step. Yup. Okay. Let's do it. Cool. done to myself here? That's too big of a space. Okay. A journey of 1,000 miles. I did this one too close. I did it on the wrong line. Ah! It's supposed to be down here. Whoops. Oh well. Too late now. Whoopsies. I like this part close, but I... A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I could have put single step a little bit below, but I want to keep it on the same line as the other one. Whoopsies. We're just having a rough night for... At least no spelling mistakes yet. Get off my pen holder. There we go. Inconsistent forms and all. order, is what this is telling me. My nose is running. Why is my nose running? It's hot in here. It's hot in here, and I guess it doesn't help that I'm using a heat gun. It was cold earlier. I started with a hoodie. I was nervous it was going to be a cold night. And I have all my windows open. I was nervous that I was going to have to close it. But I am hot right now. Next up, Art Zone 85. Wait, no, we're going to go to the next one because they were the ones that did A Journey of 1,000 Miles. So next we have Every Setback is a Setup for a Comeback. That's a good one. I like that. Oh, Oja, that's yours. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. So we're going to do every setback. We're just going to do every, and we're just going to come back at the end. We'll keep that one chill. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Sounds good. What is it? Every setback is a... Every setback is a setup for a comeback. I did it again with the lines. Darn it. So I couldn't make that C nearly as big as I wanted to. Whoopsies. too many whoopsies today. Oh, whoops, punctuation. Period. I'm not gonna put no comma in there. Oh, those are really thick ink spells on this one. Here we go. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Okay. I'll just send in a whole bunch. Next up, Kaliko Kaya says, "Life is hard, then you die." Nobody said they had to be beautiful, inspirational quotes. They just were quotes. Of course you are, Fozzie. Slytherin. Life is hard, then you die. 2 lines, super simple, easy peasy. Well, these ones are short. Try to center them a little bit better. What happened to my ink there? What's going on here? I missed the baseline. So we're gonna cheat and do that. What's happening? My lines are not writing for some reason. Not now! The nib's been writing fine, that shouldn't be the issue. Oh, that's fine. Weird. Life is hard. Then you die. I'm going to take this crossing of the T higher than I normally do. So I want to see if I can thread the F. Sort of like that. Life is hard, then you die. Ooh, such is life. That's also a good quote. For you, Spencerian is a bit tough to get around. Building up. A lot of, I would say on average, people do engrosser script or copperplate first, and then do Spencerian second. I wouldn't say that there is a right or wrong way to do it. I will say one potential benefit, and this isn't telling me, or this is not me telling you to learn Spencerian first. You do whatever, however you feel like you want to do it. It can be done anyway. But in my brain, doing Spencerian first, or ornamental penmanship, if you don't want to do traditional Spencerian, trains your hand to only shade where you want to shade. When you're doing like advanced engrosser script and stuff, and you get really good at it, your shades are you're very conscious of all your shades. Nothing just happens habitually. But what tends to happen when people get into engrosser script or copperplate, they get the habit of shading every downstroke, which is fine, really, for engrosser script and copperplate. But then when you try to go into Spencerian, it becomes really difficult to not shade those downstrokes, and a lot of people do just habitually. The capital stem shades get a lot longer because they use the compound curve shade or the the universal line of beauty or whatever. So if you're going to learn engrosser script or copperplate first, my only suggestion would be, or my main suggestion would be, to intentionally focus on only shading when you want to shade. In engrosser script, it's still every downstroke, but be very conscious of then your time movements and all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, if you let yourself slip into habitually shading the downstrokes, then it makes the transition later on to Spencerian very, very difficult. So that's my only advice for people, regardless of which way you do it. Be mindful of your downstrokes. Don't let yourself slip into habitual shading downstrokes. That's it'll do you a disservice down the line. Where are we here? Where is that one? Life is hard. Life is hard, then you die. Next up. Tetrarsenic. Sorry if I said that wrong. Says you have to do the "if you can't flourish, don't try to prove it" one. I've never heard that quote before. Is that a quote that I just don't know? If you can't flourish, don't try to prove it? I mean, I'm going to write that anyways, but because you put one after it, it makes me feel like it's like a known quote that people use. I've never heard it before. Where's it from? I googled it. I couldn't find it. Is it, the penmen say it? Is it an old one from the books that I'm just aloof of? If you can't flourish, next line, don't try to prove it. Yeah, shades. You have to, if you can't flourish, okay, if you can't flourish, we'll focus on that first bit. What's going on, Martha? Did you miss anything? Just a bunch of quotes. If you can't flourish, don't try to prove it. I don't understand this quote. I feel like I'm thinking about it or taking it out of context. Don't try to prove it. Blueberry pie? That's not fair. Martha always has cakes and pies and treats. What's up with that? Peter Thornton. Okay. I don't know it if it's a real quote. My worry is because he said you should do the blah 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 one, that he didn't write it in full, like the full proper quote. So this might not be the quote at all, and I'm just writing what he wrote, which is, I don't know, but it's there. Martha, basically all you've missed so far is me filling a book full of quotes whilst having a rather disappointing writing night, quality-wise. Not disappointing in the atmosphere. You guys are cool, and I'm having a good time, but my hand is not very impressive today. Courtney's not a calligrapher or a penman. Courtney is a dancer. She's one of my dance friends that hangs out in my writing live sessions, which I love. That's awesome. I've had other dance friends pop in, but Courtney spends the entire time here, which is wicked. Tea time. I guess that's... If my live session goes to your tea time, then it makes sense that you're always having cakes and teas. I've never had like a tea time. It's not something I've ever done. I guess I just drink tea all day long, pretty much. Most days. Not all day long, but quite a bit. He's a calligrapher who authored Alphabetically Speaking. Okay, I have to look into that then a little bit more to see how much I took that quote wrong. Okay, what do we got here? The very best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. I like that. That's by ATV and Den Bosch. That's Alex's quote. The very best thing you can do for the whole world. Ooh, that's a long one. All right, the very best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. We'll see how many. 4 lines? The very best thing. We'll see how it goes. The very best thing. The very best thing you can do for the whole world this formatting choice might have been a mistake, but we'll see how it goes. Is to make the most. Yeah. Interesting formatting, but it works, I guess. The very best thing you can do for the whole world is to make the most of yourself. I'm missing a whole bunch of chat. I love this. I'm using this paper is a little bit textured. When we made these journals, we on purpose, we were gonna make them with paper that was super smooth like Rhodia, but we opted for a paper that gave a very similar writing experience, but had a little bit more tooth to it. So it's a little scratchier. And I have the mic. I have the microphone closer to the desk today than I did last week. Because somebody made a comment last week why my nib wasn't as scratchy as some other videos. Because I had the microphone up higher. So it's lower down now. If you guys like the way the mic sounds this week, let me know and I'll keep it this way moving forward. Otherwise, I can go back to the way it was. I don't know if you guys can even hear me when I'm using this heat gun. Hopefully, you can. Ow, burning my fingers. These things really get hot. Is this only the 12th page? What? No way. We've only done 12 pages? Oh, no, you guys are talking about... Wait, yeah, 12? No way. Okay. I mean, I haven't done much more than 12. It just... I feel like I got a heck of a long way to go still to get through this book. I didn't think this was going to take me so long. How much is there? Oh, there's still quite a few pages left. There's a lot more paper in this book than it looks like. I mean, it's my book, so I should know how long it takes. I've never actually filled one. How many have we done so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We've done 14. What? Isn't there 48 pages in? Maybe that's 48 double-sided. I don't know the specs like I should. Alright, what do we got next? TT Tina Wong says, think for the worst, comma, hope for the best. I like that. You were very close. 12. Gosh, 14 isn't very many either. I've been writing for a long time to only have 14 not incredible quotes done. Gosh, I wouldn't feel so bad if my hand was like rock solid today and there were 14 perfect, beautiful quotes. But they're not, unfortunately. Volume 2. We'll cross our fingers for Volume 2. If we ever do a Volume 2. Think for the worst. Hope for the best. Okay. Oh, I did my T backwards of the way I said I normally do it, but it's in an okay spot to cross the H. What is happening? Fiber. 2 hours, 14 pages. That is not a very good, A stitch in time saved 9. 12 pages in 14 or in 2 hours is not very good. It's not very fast. That's true. I think in general writing takes a lot longer than I always think it does. In my brain it's like, oh yeah, that takes 2 seconds. But then it's like foiling. Same thing. I think things take no time at all, and then when I actually time myself, it's like, oh, that took a while. Hope for the best. go. Think for the worst, hope for the best. In my brain, I fully thought I would have all of these done in like a matter of 2-3 hours, no problem. My brain was wrong. I quite like using my little heat gun though. I'm glad I bought one. I've never owned one. I bought it just a couple days ago for this live and for future on-site projects and stuff like that because it's handy to have. And with thicker cardstock paper, it wouldn't warp nearly as much. Okay, then we got some repeats. Oh, then somebody asked a question. Does learning the whole arm movement help to learn various scripts easier or faster? The answer to that, I mean, it's not a question and answer session, but no, it doesn't help learning faster. It's just, it's another style of writing. Fishing for a good time starts with throwing in your line. I like that. Fishing, that's by Hobgoblin 238. Fishing for a good time, comma, starts with throwing in your line. Alright, we'll do that one, just the fishing and the starts. Simple. Nib sharpening, man. Oh, is that you, Jose? I mean, technically, fishing for a good time, you gotta bait your hook before you chuck in the line. But it doesn't rhyme, so it's not nearly as catchy. Or keep your hook always baited, and then you go fishing whenever you want. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Alright, let's write it. Fishing for a good time. Having trouble gauging how long words are gonna take me today. I haven't done any mindful spacing in a while, I guess. fishing for a good time. Tom Waits. That guy. Tom Waits is fascinating just to watch. All his songs aside, just to watch that man in like old interviews and stuff is fascinating. I mean, he was the character study behind the way Heath Ledger played the Joker. Like, in interviews on TV, lighting up a cigarette, being told he can't smoke on TV, but then also putting the match out and just putting it in his pocket like a smoking match. He's just such a interesting character. What we got here? Fishing for a good time starts with throwing in your line. Whoa! My hairline disappeared on that stroke. I don't know why. Might be because my ink is so old. Throw in or throwing? Throw in, okay, good. We're gonna keep it going. We'll finish it off on this line. Here we go. Fishing for a good time starts with throwing in your line. Oh, my T's are different heights. Whoopsies. Yeah, that David Letterman interview. That one, he's just so funny. There we go. Now I'm just gonna rip out the last pages in this book and pretend we're finished. No, I'm joking. We're getting, I feel like we're more than halfway, I think. feels like we're more than halfway. I actually have no idea. We might not even be close to halfway so far. Okay. Next up, we have Amencore 05 says, try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Quote by Maya Angelou. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. That's a pretty one. Try to be a rainbow. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Just inconsistent today. Some forms are coming out really nice and other forms are just giving up. Unfortunately. Also not sure I'm a huge fan of this spacing for quotes. It's good for correspondence, but I feel like 1.5 spaces on this guide is a little bit too much, but just 1 space is not enough. But it's too late now. What's going on, Civic? Oh, enjoy your last night with your family, man. Packing is crummy. I'm moving September 1st, so I've been putting off. I mean, I have to pack all my stuff. Not just pack a suitcase, I gotta pack my whole life. All of this has gotta go. Luckily, it's not moving far, it's just moving about a 5-minute drive from where I am now, but... Oh, James is here. What up, James? Yep, I found an apartment. The one that I was talking about last week, that I really, really, really wanted, they ended up giving it to somebody else. I didn't get that one. But I had put in an application at another place, and they told me today that they approved me, and then I hummed and hawed for a little bit and decided that I was going to take it instead of continuing to hunt. Partially because I like it, but also I don't want an apartment hunt anymore. So I just want to find a place. So I said yes to them. Um, and yeah, so I gotta go and sign the paperwork tomorrow. And it's a tiny place. I'm gonna have to probably get rid of a bunch of stuff, but I'm excited for that. I'm a bit of a hoarder, so I've been collecting too many things I don't need for too long. But I'm excited for the change and the new spot and all that. It's just the transition will be interesting. Trying to stay productive and stuff during it. But yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. Who we got next? Life is drawing without an eraser. I like that. That's a good one. That's Sam Calligrapher. Submitted that one. New views. Yeah. It's good. I mean, it's the cheapest one that I could find, basically. But I mean, I don't need anything fancy. It's just a Black & Decker. What is it? The Black & Decker 1300 or something like that. It's got 2 speeds. The second one is overkill for calligraphy, but it totally works for scenarios like this. I'll primarily use it for when I'm doing on-site work. So I do name cards on like cardstock or thicker stuff, and then I can dry it without warping the cardstock. Paper obviously warps a little bit more, but yeah, I think the only I've been giving this a lot of thought recently, and I don't think I'm gonna need much help in the moving process. Um, my mattress is really the only thing. I'm not taking this white unit with me. This huge, giant shelving unit that I brought here from California. I've had it for a long time. I've moved it 2, 3 times now. I'm not bringing it with me. I'm going to build another one different in the new place. So I'm either going to sell it or throw it away or get rid of it or something like that. But a mattress. Yeah, Devin, you live in the wrong province. But honestly, all I think I need is a friend. I have one friend that owns a truck. He owns a big truck here. And I'm going to contact him and see. I don't want him to help me move, but I want to see if he'll help me bring my mattress. Because everything else I own is small. So I'm planning, I don't want to rent like a U-Haul or anything. I might regret it in the long run. But I'm planning to just kind of do small loads in my car and just take them over there, unload them. My bed and everything is made out of pipe frames, just like my tripod thing here. So that comes down and is just a carload. And then it's like piano. The cutting table is huge, but it comes apart. The board on top of the cutting table is probably the second biggest thing I own. But everything else is small. Like my desk is small. My cast iron school chairs outside. They're heavy, but they're small. They fit in my car. So I should be able to do it in mostly just by myself. And then a lot of my clothes are still in boxes from when I came to California. I didn't even unpack a lot of them, so I'll do that later. And then I'll get rid of a bunch of stuff as well. Gotta get rid of a lot of shoes. I have way too many pairs of shoes. Life is drawing without an eraser. Here we go. Well, yes, I will hopefully have lots of plants. I have a balcony, so that's going to be hopefully filled with plants. I gotta figure out the lighting situation. My apartment is it's facing north, so it doesn't get a lot of direct sunlight, but it's bright, but not blaring sun for most of the day, which I think is kind of a good thing. I don't know. I gotta figure out the lighting situation once I'm there. Life is drawing. Where am I? Without an eraser. Hmm. 17 quotes so far. Nice. I'm guessing this paper has 48, well, it says 48 pages, but I think that means 48 sides. So I'm guessing 24 pages, which, because we had the title page, I think that means we had... Gosh, that is an ugly W. My writing is not very good today. Sorry, everybody. This is not impressive. Shoulder physical therapy and apartment hunting, or stress slash excitement slash who knows, is getting to me, I guess. This is very inconsistent. Some of my forms I feel like they're coming out of the pen really nice, and other ones feel not nice at all. We're getting there. I'm really only 15 minutes away from midnight. I don't know what to do when we hit midnight. I guess the book might just have some blacklight ones in it. I guess. There's no real way around it. Okay, what do we got next? Gray Harris says, every pizza is a personal pizza if you try hard and believe in yourself. I really like that one. Thank you very much, James. We gotta focus on those little wins, because the whole pieces today, they're not up to snuff. Alright, every pizza is a personal pizza if you try hard and believe in yourself. Alright? Every pizza is a personal pizza. That one will go on one line. Every pizza is a personal pizza. Silly things like that are happening today. Like, my nib did not come off the paper there. It's very strange. That wasn't an air stroke. If you play the video back, you can hear the nib scratching the paper the whole time. But my ink is cutting out on my hairlines for some reason. And it's bothering me. I guess I could add a little bit of water to this ink. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Until my new ink comes in the mail. Super excited. Canadian Post isn't super stellar these days, so it's going to take some time to get here, but I'm super excited to have fresh ink, because I haven't had fresh ink in a very long time, I feel like. Sage advice. True story. Trying to get in the habit of cleaning the top of my ink jars every time I open them. I don't. Everybody says you're supposed to do it. Even I tell people to do it. But we don't do it all the time. And they get gunked up. And the gunk doesn't bother me, but what bothers me is when I open the jars, they get flakes of ink everywhere, and I don't want that to happen anymore. Every pizza is a personal pizza. That's not how you spell pizza. That's pizzy. I thought I started doing the Zeds and I got thinking of Fozzie's name. Damn it. First spelling mistake. I feel like that's not even... I was just in my own little world. I wasn't even paying attention. Damn it. Well, because Fozzie complains every single time anybody has to write anything with 2 Z's in it. So let's just write pizza again. Pizzy Pizza. It's gonna be. It's like a brand. Whoa! Come on, hairlines. What's going on? Cut it out. Pretty much messes up the spacing of the whole thing, but that's okay. Every Pizzy Pizza is a personal pizza. This X height is constantly fluctuating. The X height is another thing that is pretty poor today. Some of these are, I would say, around like the 2mm mark. But it's not a very consistent X height today. Every pizza is a personal pizza if you try hard and believe in yourself. Ooh, that's a nice A shade. There we go. A little hiccup with the pizzy, but that's okay. I wish I knew why my hairlines were acting so funky. I'm pretty certain it's not the nib, because I feel like I would feel it. Okay. I gotta do some research and figure out, or some testing and figure out if there's a better way to do this. Or I need like a... What would work? Instead of this tile. I need like a Teflon, like an ironing sheet. I don't know, will that help? Anything to stop the heat from going through. It's a little bit less work than using a tile. Glass could work. I want something like something not super hard and thin, like almost like a thick piece of cardstock, but that's not going to stop the heat from going through. I mean, the weight of this is nice, but I don't know that the weight is super necessary as long as the heat doesn't transfer through. So even like I'm wondering if like a silicone baking sheet, just like chucked in there, would work or would help. I don't know. I don't think it's something you can really Google. I don't think people know. Okay, what do we got? Curly Q Designs wants Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. That's a quote from The Office. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Sounds good. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Snazzy bee. Bears. Yeah, that's true. The silicone probably would still heat. The Beats. Beets? Not beats like music? Beets. Why don't I know? I don't know this Office reference, and I feel like I should. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Don't make spelling mistakes, Mike. Woohoo! Here we go. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Ah, okay. I know that episode. I need to I haven't watched The Office in a while. I didn't do the... I know a lot of people did the quarantine dive into the show. I need to watch. I feel like there's gotta be a lot that I haven't seen. I thought I'd seen most of them, but I'm pretty certain I actually haven't. Ow! Burning fingers. Whoa! That all happens on its own now. I can't see if the ink is dry or not. Ay, ay, ay. I'm gonna assume that's dry. Oh, crap. Okay. That means we gotta change in our playlist. Oh, wait. I can't put on the glowy glasses today. I'm wearing contacts. It makes my eyes go all crazy. I didn't really think about that. I can't... Well, I didn't plan that very good now, did I? But we are gonna go in here and see if I can't go... So you guys can at least see my face a little bit. Oh man, okay. So Bears beats in Battlestar Galactica. I'm gonna hope that's dry on the page. So now what? Do I actually... I feel like that music's really loud. So now, I guess the next signature's in the book. Glow. I like that that's all set up to happen completely 100% on its own without me now. Well, I like it and I hate it because it makes my life much more difficult, actually, truth be told. Okay, okay, so how am I gonna do this? Whoa! I only have 2 left. Alright, 2 glowy signatures on the back of the book. But before I do that, I want to do a test on another book and see. Get one of my... You can't see because it's dark, but this is a leather covered one, so it's the same journal, but I made a leather cover. I have a few leather covers that I made a couple years ago when I first made these books. Now let's... Oh, there's a guide sheet. What's up, guide sheet? Oh, that was my first heat gun test. Now I want to see... Oh! And the biggest I've ever done, that's quite large. Compared to my... It means bigger than my pen. The biggest I've ever done my signature while I was testing this paper. And now... Okay, maybe we'll do it on the heat gun test page. Let's see how our glowy ink... Let me put the cap on the black ink. I gotta test how the glowy ink works on this paper. The glowy ink doesn't work on all papers, so this might not be an option. But if it works, I will put 2 blacklight signatures at the back of the book. Call it an Easter egg. It seems to write nice. Which is good. I mean, my neighbor, it's really not that loud. It's like a ringtone, so it's really not all that loud. It's just an alarm sound that I have set on my phone. But maybe they don't like it. I guess it's... Last week I turned it off real quick, so they maybe couldn't hear it. So what I am going to do, I'm going to try to blow dry this. And then I might end up turning the lights on to see if it's dry. Well, maybe I can do it all in the dark. We'll see here. You should change the midnight air horn to the... It's like it's the club horn. It's that famous sound effect. Okay, let's see what the heat gun does to the blacklight ink. Shouldn't do anything crazy fancy, but we'll see how it dries. I'll fix the camera better for blacklight in a moment. I can't really tell if it's drying or not. Oh yeah, the glow changes color. Okay, there we go. That looks like it should be dry. It's not super bright glowy. Okay, that's completely dry. Good. Now, to do proper glow light, I'm gonna have to zoom in. Oh, focus. Zoom in a little bit more. And we'll drop the light down. I don't think it glows quite as bright as the other paper we use. But I guess that's good enough. I can bump the ISO so we have something like that. That's visible, right? Yeah, we'll leave it like that. It doesn't glow as good as the other paper we use, but good enough, I guess. Glow low. Pizzy. Oh, I can't believe I only made one spelling mistake so far, and it was pizzy. That's so ridiculous. Pizzy. Hey, that's a lot of quotes. Where's the end? Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Oh, I got some black on the other sheet of paper. It wasn't fully dry. It is now. Whoopsies. Oh well. What's done is done. A pizza famine? That's a thing? Okay. What's our next quote? We did Bears beats in Battlestar Galactica. Oh, Courtney has no day but today. So since Courtney's here, how do you want this to be formatted, Court? No day but today. How are we formatting it? All one line? Alright, we're just doing it standard, capital N, and all the way through, no day but today. You capitalized the D and the T. Whatever makes me happy. I don't know. Everything makes me happy. The reason I ask is because you wrote it capital N, capital D, and capital T. 3 lines? No day but today? I feel like I want to just do it in 1 line. I just don't know what to capitalize. I gotta wait for Courtney to decide. She's here. It's her choice. 1 line, okay. And which capitals? All lowercase. Okay. Wait, all lower, even the N? We need some capitals. Do. Trying to see what the average way people do it when they write it. All capitals, all lowercase. Wow, people just do whatever they want, huh? Yeah, I guess because it's the typewriter lowercase they use. I'm just gonna do, we're gonna keep it simple and do a capital N and then day but today normal. This line? Move that up there. There we go, zoomed in. I want to make sure you guys get a good view. No day but today. In glowy writing. Right? That's the right line. Oh, that is a giant shade. Like, that is definitely more than 3 millimeters thick. Wow. I'm using an old stock Hunt 101 right now. Oh, let me lock my focus so it stops tripping out. This is a Hunt 101 from, they had a batch like a year or so ago that was super flexible. What happened? What is that in there? There's little dots. There might have been some residual black ink on my nib. Can I get those off? Get off of there. You don't belong. Oh, I'm ruining it. I want to get those out. What can I do here? I use a spun Q-tip. Get out, little black things. Black ink pieces. It won't be completely invisible. Some black ink dissolved in there. No day but today. We do need Dr. Pin. That's what happens when you don't clean your nib good enough, going from black ink to invisible ink. Oopsies. But that's okay. That's alright. Oh, wait! I forgot the tile thingy. I've been waiting to forget this thing every single. Oh, if this, I didn't even think of using this paper with a black light. If this paper works good, there's black in that D too. I want to try to get that out as well. Darn it. Got it. Surgery. This big swell might take a while. There's a lot of ink in there. Changing color. Oh, it gets so light. Or it gets so, like, faded. I have a feeling if it dries normally, it dries brighter than if I dry it this way. Oh, it's coming back dark again. Okay. A little bit. like a hidden secret. But when I pulled the ink out of that D, I messed up the glow. I'm just going to add a little bit more in there. Don't tell anybody, this is cheating. Okay, here we go. No day but today. Whoa, we don't have very many viewers tonight. People are not into, quote, late night lives. Oh, I lied. There's more than 2, there's 3. Okay, now there's 2 more. So there was 3 left. 2 of those pages were stuck together. Unless we do an end page, but I feel like I'll just do 3 signatures. Okay. From Aga, my friend in Poland. She gives us the quote, "Be brave," nice and short. Okay, be brave. I think for this one, I might capitalize both B's. Just 'cause. How you print that? This? I took a screenshot on my phone of on a Samsung, you can screenshot and then scroll down, so it screenshots. I screenshotted the whole row 2 by 2 into one long picture. Emailed that picture to myself, put it in Photoshop, cut it into 3 strips easily, and then inverted the color, selected the black outline, and put white over top of it so that I wouldn't waste all my black ink, and then done. I've done it a few times. Whenever I do the questions, it sounds a heck of a lot more involved than it actually is. But whenever I do the YouTube, like, ask me a question, it just feels easy. I can keep a better track of it than if I'm scrolling through my phone to see them. So it really only takes a second. It sounds way more involved than it actually is. Okay, be brave. Here we go. I'm not quite sure what B I want to use here. Oh, I think the most difficult part about blacklight writing is it's really hard to tell how deep my nib is dipped in the ink because it's dark over there. So I end up dipping way too far quite often. Okay, be brave. What B do I want? Oh, now I gotta do that B again. Stress. It came out really nice. Now it really stinks that I gotta do another one. Oh, man. Okay. Consistency test. Jeez. Setting myself up here. I got a bead on the end. Darn it. I rotated my wrist too much. Hold on. Trying too hard. I don't know what ending stroke I want to do here. We'll do a pen nib because we haven't done one of those yet. Be brave. Ah, just bummed about that little blob right in the middle. Those are big bees. Those are definitely more than an inch high. Okay. Let's... dry this one, and then we'll do our final one. Those swells are huge. There's a lot of ink in there. I want to get some more like neon ink, because it would look so good doing it on black paper. So that is a goal for la future. Get some neon pigment. Oh, interesting. When I heat up the dried ink, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but it gets darker, and then when it cools off, it seems to get brighter again. That's interesting. That also might have to do with moisture, because when I dry the ink, there's moisture that gets on the tile. That could be why that happens. Because of condensation. I don't know, is that what it is in that instance? Vapors. Okay, the last one. We already did. I want to try to do one so nobody has doubles. We did one of his. Do unto others as you would have done to you. We're going to have to do another one of these. There's a lot of really good quotes on here that I didn't get to, obviously. I've done not even half of them. Not even close to half of them. Oh, per aspera ad astra, through hardship to the stars. I want to do that one too, but I want to keep this in order. Do unto others as you would have done to you. Do it in 2 lines. Do unto others, next line, as you would have done to you. Okay. I like this song. Quotes are awesome. It's true. I have a giant list of quotes on my computer and one on my phone of quotes to write, and I'd never get around to sitting down and writing them. I would like to make, not publish, but actually make a good, really good, like, planned quote book and actually do pieces. I need to get into the habit of making more pieces, more finished things. I've been just doing a lot of random writing lately and not actual finished pieces of composition. Do unto others. You want me to post all these quotes in my stories? I mean, I guess I could. I'm not. I'm being honest. I'm not super proud of some of them. They didn't turn out that great, but I can maybe post them, so the people who asked for them can see their quotes up here. Capital D. Oi. Okay. Do unto others. The last quote. Darn it, why did that H have to turn out so crummy? It didn't come back to the left like it should have. James, you just want to have been here so you can see me do stuff that I'm not proud of. You're such a good friend. As you would have done to you. I would love for the YouTube audience to get bigger. Oh, another blob! I quit. they put 2 exclamation points. So I'm going to put 2 exclamation points as well. There we go. Do unto others as you would have done to you. Ian is watching. What's going on, Ian? I was about to say, what is she still doing awake? It is way too late. But never mind. What time is it? 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 4 in the afternoon there? Currently? Okay. Let's try the last one. $3.33. Nice. Drying the last ink of the night, or of this book. It's so weird drying the ink this way. The blacklight ink looks so weird when it dries in person. I don't think the camera shows it. Like the stem of the tea basically disappeared when I was doing it. I definitely think it glows brighter when it dries naturally. Is that fully dry? Yeah. Okay. Whew. That took a long time. So let's see. How many did we do total? Let's check, y'all. We did 1. Wait, I must have missed. Wait, why did I check that? I didn't mean to check over there. What am I doing? Do unto others. I did this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, so there's 24 pages in the book, plus a title page, gives us 23 signatures. Signatures? No, that's the wrong word. Let's zoom out. Oh, stop moving, blacklight. Need to get a better blacklight too. But there we go. All our signatures. A whole book of some decent, some mediocrely done, unfortunately. Signatures. Late Night Live. Quote Session, Volume 1. In a navy blue book. Now, what I'm going to do... You guys can't see me at all. It's so dark. At least last week I had my white shirt, which was helpful. I should wear a white shirt again next week. And my glasses. But, what... or here, if I make this... I need some... Here, that can glow off of it. That brightens it up a little bit. This book... right here... though everything in it isn't stellar and perfect, this is, like I said when I posted earlier today, everything is in this book forever, exactly how it is, mistakes and all. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this book. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'll post it in the next couple days. maybe tomorrow I'll post it, and the winner will get this book and uh, one, potentially more, of the blank ones, so they can start their own. But yeah, they'll get this one. And I'm gonna go through and in pencil write the names of all the people on Instagram who suggested the quotes to go in there. And then yeah, that's how we'll do this. If we do a volume 2, the same thing will happen. I'll write them all, and I will do another giveaway. Just to get some stuff out there. Unfortunately, I would love it to be perfect, and then I would love to have perfect examples. It's a little stressful sending out not my best work, but whatever, that's the way it goes. Not my best work, but it's my work. So people can see where my hand was at tonight. Just a fun little thing. I don't need this hanging out on my bookshelf. So if somebody else wants it or can find some inspiration or something from it, then that would be cool. Or they can scribble over it and use it as practice paper if they like. Totally up to whoever wins. I haven't exactly figured out what the rules are going to be for the giveaway yet. I've been thinking about it. It's going to be a really simple one. Nothing crazy. Because it's not like a huge prize. This and some other books. But yeah, that'll be posted in the next couple days. Thank you to everybody who submitted a quote. Or if you didn't submit a quote, if you hung out here and helped me with my blobby bee. Yep. If you were in here and helped me with my spelling or my spacing. The biggest issue in the whole book is my Pizzy Pizza. If there happens to be a pizzeria somewhere in the world called Pizzy Pizza, you're welcome for the free advertising. Wait, what is that little emoji that Ian posted? I can't see, my computer's too far away. What is that? I honestly can't see what that is on my computer. In black light. What is that little emoji? Can't see. Yeah, Oja, you you posted like 10? No, maybe not that many. You posted quite a few. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a wrap for this late night live. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Our numbers were a little bit smaller today because it was just, I don't know why. Maybe people are getting sick of watching me write things. As always, if you have any suggestions or things that you might think or that you think might make this late night live a little bit cooler or more fun or draw people in, let me know. If not, no big deal. I'm going to keep doing it. The next couple weeks are going to be a little crazy because I'm packing and moving, but the goal is to keep this going without stopping because I really like my Tuesday night hangout writing sessions. They're fun. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta figure out a better way to do this so it's more streamlined. Thank you very much, y'all. Peace. I missed the button. Where's the click there? Oh, it's so not cool when I don't get it right.